Today's the day. Today is the day that I am going to transplant the rosemary into its brand new home. I love this pot. It's so cute. All right, now here I have equal parts perlite and crushed lava rock. This is going to help my soil have plenty of drainage, and of course I'll be using the black gold potting soil, since I really don't have much of a choice in potting soils. I'll put equal parts of this and the potting soil together in this to get a decent soil for this. I'm going to do my best to salvage some of the moss that's growing on top and put that on there. I don't know how successful I'll be. All right, this is for this, because I'm going to need to put a little bit of wire to make sure that the rosemary is standing the way I want it. And this only has a single drainage hole. I think I'm going to scare my birds today. Sorry, little birds. And one over here. And 3 drainage holes really should be good enough. I can't imagine I'm going to need any more. I won't actually do the wiring until... Okay, this is not quite mixed yet, so I'm going to mix this. I'm going to mix this perlite and lava rock together. There we go. I cannot wait to be able to get some of the nice, the Akadama rock and things like that. But right now, I just can't afford it, which is, it's totally acceptable if there are things that we have to try, because we don't have money for the stuff that is usually used. Perfectly acceptable. I've been hearing for a ratio of all these. Start with an equal ratio and see how the bonsai does. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be approximate here, and handful. Maybe a little more drainage material. Let's see how well that does. We'll just push that over to the side, and we'll get the rosemary out. And we can see even the rosemary's roots are coming out here, which is pretty fantastic, given that it didn't get transplanted in this too long ago. Wow, look at those roots. Smells lovely. I love the smell of rosemary. Fabulous. Fabulous. Now, put this over here and salvage some of the moss, which seems to want to stay together. That's great. There we go. I'll put that on top of there. here. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Three decent patches. That ought to do. Ooh. Let's not knock the decorations off the... Yeah. And of course, now one of the interesting things I learned in just the past day or so is that I'll be looking to create a lot of feeder roots, but not so much the tap roots. How do you know which ones are the feeder roots and which ones are the tap roots? Very fine hairy roots are feeder roots. The thicker roots are the tap roots. There's plenty of both in here. All right, I'm gonna go for broke. You really can't see the difference inside. There are a lot more feeder roots inside this soil, and these thicker outer roots are more tap roots. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. I do believe I may have broken my poor little branch. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Just, no. It just wasn't. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna get most of the soil, not all of the soil, but most, like 99% of it. Here's a really thick root on the top. I am gonna leave that alone because it's just pretty. I think if this root actually grows a little thicker, it's gonna look really beautiful out there on top. Very tree-like. There we go. There's actually a decent amount of roots, and it should have no problem because it's so healthy. This little rosemary should have no problem being able to sit right in there and grow its roots in that container. Maybe I do need a little more. Oh, I don't want to I don't want to lose the moss. I love this container. It keeps everything in one place. Handful of that. There we go. Now, it doesn't need, I don't think I'm going to need to wire it tightly. But I do want it to sit in place. And just like everything else, I really hope I'm doing this right. Might not be, but I really hope I am doing it right. All right. Is that the way I want it facing? I actually think I want it a little more like that. There we go. That'll do. And I know once the roots have actually grown properly, I'll be able to take this wire out. All right. I'm just gonna give it. I really don't know if I'm doing this right. I hope so, but let's see. I obviously don't want the pot to sit funny. You know, I think I'm doing this wrong. I'm gonna do this from the bottom. Rawr. Come on, come on. If I do it from the bottom, I won't have to worry about the lumpiness on the bottom causing the pot to sit all funny. I hope. I hope. Stay there. And you, right. Come on. There we go. There's one part of the wire. Come on. Come on. Come on. There. And right there. And again, I need to figure out how it's sitting. I think that's gonna be good right there. And of course, I only have one size of wire too, so clip these off right there and right here. Experienced bonsai artists, please feel free to correct me anytime. I look forward to your instruction. I don't want to put this anywhere where it's going to get mixed up with anything else. There we go. Now. Mix is a little dry, so again I'm gonna give it some water. Oh, keep down in there. I'll give it some water and kind of tuck it in, and let's see how it looks after that. Alrighty. Just gentle watering in. Yeah, I could use some more, I could use quite a bit more soil. It needs to be a lot more compact than this. All right, oh, you know what? If I wet this down just a little, it might help. Just a little. All right. Oh, that feels better. There we go. I like this. I like this. And now, of course, put the moss and tuck that in. As long as I keep it moist, I'm sure it will be happy. There we go. So, water it in once more, and then treat it kind of gently. I think I'll put this in the greenhouse for a couple of days to kind of shield it from the intensity of the summer sun, and we'll see how it does. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good this way. Oh yeah, nice. Well, since the last time I trimmed this cherry, I've decided that this branch right here really messes with the whole look of the tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clip the branch. I can't just let it sit there when it's not actually enhancing the look of the tree at all. There we go. So I'll just pull this away, and there's just one problem. The one of the other ones is using that branch as an anchor. There we go. There's that branch gone. And that's the new look of the two curving branches that are left. I like it better. I like it better.